Hello, welcome to the Glass Tower Top 5. It is the week of February 25th, 2016. Leap year.
Yeah.
Leap day coming up.
Yeah, a little extra time.
God, thank goodness.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Number 5 this week. Mapping the Flow, Journals, Lists, and Daily News, or Journals, List, Daily News, at Rudolph Bloom Fine Arts / Art Scan Gallery in Houston.
It's Annette Lawrence, Vincent Falsetta. It's in the
Tudor Mitroy and Ed Blackburn.
That's right. So three University of North Texas professors, longtime professors, great artists, and Tudor Mitroy, who I think is at Texas State University.
And he's in Houston.
Their artwork has a bit of an ob comp sort of DNA streak in it.
And it also has this tracking of time, tracking of activities. So there's this list, time-based aspect to it.
List, mapping, gridding. Vincent
Falsetta, who's mostly known for his stunning paintings, I bet this is going to be all works on paper of his, where it's a newer body of work, right? Where it's
he's been doing these note cards where he writes out his ideas and schemes for his paintings in numbers and words, and also just things about his life. He's been doing that, I think, since the 80s. It's just that he's only been showing them for the last maybe 4 or 5 years. They're good, and I think people have really responded to them. I think with a lot of this kind of ob comp-ish sort of work, I think it lends itself well to this sort of formalist sort of beauty, because it tends to be very organized, and I think whether you're ob comp or not, you just sort of respond to it because it often looks really nice, and it sort of just makes sense.
We should not accuse any of these artists of being actually obsessive compulsive.
No. I said the work has an ob comp sort of genetic component, but it kind of scratches an itch, I think, in the human condition to want to find patterns. So number 4 this week is called Bring Snacks. It's at Pariah, and it's true that Thor Johnson and I shot a top 5 at Pariah last week, but these things happen. These things happen in pairs. They happen in looking for patterns. But you know what? It's good. It's Shelby David Meyer, Paul Winker, and Randy Guthmiller. I like to call him Randy Gutmiller. I wonder which it is, but Randy shapes Guthmiller. So Shelby, great, still young on the scene, sort of conceptual artist. I
would love to see Meyer's work. I'm hoping I can get up and see the show while it's still up, because I want... Just based on the website, that's all I know. It looks terrific.
He is a really smart kid. His ideas are funny. They're very, very sharp. His observations are sharp. He's a super low-key guy. You wouldn't necessarily know what's going on in his head when you meet him, but he's at grad school at SMU right now. Paul Winker lives in Denton, works in Dallas, and Randy Guthmiller is known for a lot of his sort of organizing the entire sort of zine scene here in Dallas. So this is a group show at Pariah. It opens on Saturday, and I'm picking it because I just think it's going to be tremendous fun.
Number 3, the next chapter, 154 Glass Street, which refers to the new address of Photographs Do Not Bend Gallery, which celebrated its 30th anniversary.
It opened in 95, I believe.
Photographs Do Not Bend, like the photography gallery of Dallas.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah. They've just moved to a new big shiny space across the street from the Dallas Contemporary. This is the first show in the new space. They're just going to show...
A whole bunch of people are going to be there for this.
Yeah, the people are coming in. Bill Owens is coming in from California. That's a big deal. But, it's going to be a group show. They're just going to show all of their greats.
Keith Carter will be there. If your driving goal in life is to meet some really well-known photographers, you should go to this opening. Number 2, Sasha Kuzel-Reibstein and Scott Rosenberg. Strangely familiar. This is at Zoya Tommy Gallery in Houston. Zoya has moved to Fannin Street now. Scott Rosenberg was on our very, very first top 5 video ever that Bill Davenport and I did in July of 2014.
Yeah.
At which point Bill said potential is the word here. And I've kind of poked around his website since then for his newer work. Acne covered garden gnomes and Mimbres pottery, this very sort of circa 1000 AD New Mexican pottery from a culture that was there at the time. And then he messes it up. I just find his work incredibly compelling. He does these casts of everyday objects and then does very interesting things to the casts. And I like his work a lot, but I remember the show being uneven. I cannot wait to see this new show.
So, number one on our list is Alex Cabarrus at Front Gallery in Houston. And Alex went to University of Texas and graduated in 2000 and now lives in Brooklyn. These just look good to both of us.
Brandon saw the show. I wasn't able to go to the opening, but they're intimate pieces. They're all works on paper, but just really great looking. They're these very intimately scaled sort of, notebook paper scaled drawings. Some of them are on graph paper, actually. He's interested in pattern and design, but also interested in, like, what I would imagine is historical Hindu painting. It definitely evokes that. And, of course, the intimate scale of it evokes the miniature paintings that you see a lot in the subcontinent. The last time that he was seen in Houston was in 2009 in the No Zoning show at the CAM. Sharon Engelstein, who runs Front Gallery, curated him into her Gallery 137 project, which was a miniature gallery inside the show.
So what are you doing this weekend?
I'm going to go to a bunch of openings. I'm going to a Pinewood Derby scouting event.
It's so great that that still happens in the world.
Pinewood Derby, kids still make them. It's not like in the olden days, though, because you actually get this kit and you kind of just, but you're still expected to get a table saw,